Here are the key takeaways from The One Thing: The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. 1. Focus on the one thing that matters most. Most people spread themselves too thin trying to juggle multiple priorities. But true success comes from identifying and focusing on the single most important task that will make the biggest impact. Instead of trying to be good at everything, be exceptional at one thing. Steve Jobs cut Apple's product line from dozens to just a few high-quality devices: Mac, iPhone. Instead of diversifying, Google focused on making search the best in the world before expanding into other areas. 2. The domino effect. Small actions lead to big results. Success builds up over time like a row of dominoes. Knocking over the first, smallest domino eventually leads to knocking over the biggest one. Start with a small but high-impact action that sets off a chain reaction. Writing 500 words a day may not seem like much, but over time, it results in an entire book. Amazon started with only books before expanding into a trillion-dollar empire. 3. Ask the focusing question: what's the one thing I can do? The most powerful question to improve focus and productivity is, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? This forces you to think strategically instead of reacting to distractions. If your goal is to get fit, the one thing might be hiring a personal trainer, since that keeps you accountable and creates momentum. If you want to grow your business, the one thing might be identifying your most profitable customers and doubling down on them. 4. Multitasking is a lie. Many people believe they can juggle multiple tasks at once, but the brain can only focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking reduces quality, increases stress, and leads to more mistakes. If you're checking emails while working on an important report, neither task gets your full attention, and the quality of both suffers. Successful people single task. They devote 100% focus to one important task at a time. 5. Extraordinary success requires extreme focus. The most successful people aren't well-rounded. They're obsessed with excelling in one thing. They don't divide their energy among multiple projects. They focus on becoming the best in their chosen field. Warren Buffett focuses almost entirely on investing. He doesn't try to run multiple businesses. Michael Phelps focused solely on swimming, training for hours every day to become an Olympic legend. 6. Success is about discipline, not willpower. Willpower is a limited resource. You can't rely on it all day. The best way to ensure success is to build disciplined habits so that doing your one thing becomes automatic. Instead of relying on motivation, schedule your most important work at the same time every day, first thing in the morning. Writers like Stephen King write at the same time every morning. It's a habit, not just inspiration. 7. Time blocking. Schedule your one thing first. Instead of letting your day be dictated by emails, meetings, and distractions, block off time for your most important work first. The best way to do this is to set aside 2 to 4 hours every day to focus on your one thing. If you're a writer, schedule writing time first thing in the morning before checking emails or social media. If you're a salesperson, block out time every morning to make sales calls before dealing with admin work. 8. Live by priority, not by to-do lists. To-do lists often contain busy work, things that feel productive but don't actually drive results. Instead of doing many things, identify the 1 to 3 most impactful tasks each day and focus only on those. Instead of responding to emails all day, focus on closing deals, creating valuable content, or improving your product. 9. Work-life balance is a myth. Aim for work-life counterbalance. Trying to achieve perfect work-life balance leads to mediocrity. Instead, embrace counterbalance. Focus intensely on work when needed. Focus intensely on family or personal life when needed. Entrepreneurs may work 80-hour weeks to build their business, but later, they take extended vacations to spend time with family. Instead of always being half-working, it's better to go all in when at work and fully disconnect when with family. 10. Thinking big and acting small. Most people think too small and act on too many things. The key is to dream big but start small, focusing on the one most important step at a time. Jeff Bezos had a big vision for Amazon, but he started only with books before expanding. Instead of launching multiple projects at once, focus on one high-impact action that moves you toward your big goal. Final thought: less but better. The key to success is not doing more, it's doing less but better. Focus on your one thing, eliminate distractions, and build disciplined habits. Over time, small, focused actions will compound into extraordinary success.